This is the Kaid Al-Azam Solar Park in Pakistan, all 6,500 acres of it, generating clean, renewable energy for 100,000 properties. The UK doesn't have anything of this size, yet, but 3 separate planning applications scattered close together around Gainsborough would combined be bigger than it, capable of powering almost 500,000 homes.
Well, these are huge proposals, totalling something probably in excess of 7,000 acres, impacting on probably 25,000 residential properties. Those communities, they need to decide whether they are going to be happy to see a much more industrialised, perhaps Americanised desertscape of glass panels for as far as the eyes can see.
There's no denying we need a greener way to power our lives, but harvesting fuel over food causes concerns.
You only need to look at the food poverty we have at the moment. I think it's 8.4 million, which shows some of the difficulties. And I think the pandemic and Brexit have shown that our supply chains are far from secure.
Our nation's food security is an emotive issue, but the developer of 2 of 3 of these new applications says the impact on homegrown produce would be negligible.
If you look at the total amount of land in the UK that's farmed for cropping, and imagine that's a family-sized box of Rice Krispies. Apparently there's 100,000 Rice Krispies in a box, and what we're talking about is one of those Rice Krispies is the amount of land in proportion that we're using. Would you notice the one Rice Krispie missing from your box? Probably not. But it also produces enough power to keep the lights on for the whole country for about half an hour a year.
Until now, you had to look quite hard to find a solar farm in East Yorkshire and Lincolnshire. Tamara Hall was one of the first to swap crops for clean energy in this corner of her family farm.
The sheep love it. That's been the thing I'd never thought about. The sheep go underneath. You see, often are sat under the solar farms having a sleep. And so it's perfect. So I think in that way, I hadn't appreciated how it is now dual use.
And this will soon be a familiar sight. Lincolnshire County Council has told Look North that they're aware of other huge projects being planned. And Northern Power Grid, which supplies electricity to Yorkshire, say they're seeing twice as many requests from developers to connect to the grid. And why? Well, in early 2020, it was made cheaper and easier for developers to connect to the national grid.
Across Yorkshire and Humber and East Midlands, there are 1.5 gigawatts of solar parks at the moment in the UK, which is about 10% of the whole of the UK. We are expecting that to be doubled in the next few years.
East Yorkshire and Lincolnshire's agricultural riches are renowned. But there's a new chapter beginning here as farmers harvest another of nature's resources, one that shows no sign of running out. Lindsay Smith, BBC Look North.